I love that I don't have to run every fucking thing by a guy. I'm having the kind of sex I never had in my 20s or in my 30s. We should be the ones that are like, fuck you. Like, I'm gonna have an orgasm. But I did just recently fuck a 26-year-old and it was really fucking amazing.
We interrupt this program to prescribe you with 1,000 milligrams of red vitamins.
Right here, right now. It's the right time, it's the right sound. Right now. Tell the whole pipe down. Tell the nigga pipe down.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne coming at you with another crazy video. But first, my goal is to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know. Reclaim your throne.
With women, it's always like, something must be wrong with her. She can't keep a man. She must be a real bitch. What a cunt. I love that I don't have to run every fucking thing by a guy. I'm having the kind of sex I never had in my 20s or in my 30s. We should be the ones that are like, fuck you. Like, I'm gonna have an orgasm. But I did just recently fuck a 26-year-old and it was really fucking amazing. There's a casting for this movie and you have to go on Saturday night, and they gave me the address and it was this director's house. The little voice inside me definitely said, this isn't right. I remember like being furious with myself because I couldn't believe how I had let myself down. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Who the fuck are you? Why the fuck would you allow that? Until you are in this fucking environment, don't tell me how you're gonna behave.
Wow. So you have this, what I believe to be 49-year-old woman who is saying, hey, you know, I smashed a 26-year-old and it was some of the greatest sex of my life and all this kind of stuff. And then she goes on to do the sob story casting couch thing as she describes her hoe phase late into her menopausal reacting body. I mean, it absolutely is ridiculous, okay? You have these modern women out here who are delaying marriage. She's a single mom, divorcing, whatever they're going through. And then they are going back to the streets. This is why I continue to push the message that I do so strongly and so hardly, because a lot of guys will think this woman is a catch. A lot of guys, especially my old timers, 60-year-old OGs, you know, 50-year-old OGs, you thinking you going and getting a 49-year-old young thing. To them, that's a little young hottie. You dealing with this 49-year-old woman and you think she's glitter and gold. And it's not all that it's cracked up to be, okay? It's not what it is supposed to be giving, okay? Her relationship history is horrible. And then she's describing this casting couch situation where she pretty much sold her dignity, sold her soul, and sold her punani to the highest bidder, to a guy who could get her into a movie in some role in some, you know, BS B-grade film. I mean, it's absolutely hilarious the fact that these women are still making excuses for getting on the casting couch, even though Hollywood is a dying industry and a lot of movies are leaving LA, leaving Hollywood due to crime and due to bad political policies, and they're coming to the South. They're coming to places like Florida. They're coming to places like Georgia. And she still is giving the excuse of, oh, well, if you haven't been in the industry or you don't live this life, then you can't judge and you can't say this and you can't say that. Women will do anything to absolve themselves of making bad decisions, especially older women. This is a perfect example. It's a Hollywood chick. She's run around the circuit. She's fucked all the producers. She's fucked all the directors. She's fucked all of the hot actors. And now she's going back and trying to get with 26-year-old men and men in their 20s. Imagine if a 49-year-old man said to hell. Imagine if a 39-year-old man said, hey, I'm looking for a little 26-year-old hottie. And I fucked a 26-year-old and it was the best sex of my life. Imagine Just imagine what would happen if a man her age had said that. They'd be calling him all type of pedophile and stuff. And the woman has a fully developed brain because they love saying, oh, well, your brain doesn't fully develop until 25. And then it has another growth spurt at 31. So they're trying to perpetually be children forever. That's why the meme, oh, I'm just a girl, is going so viral. Because it gives them an excuse to basically put the blinders on in life and absolves themselves of immediate accountability.
A man like that is hard to find, but
all right, so I can't play more than 5 or 6 seconds of this audio because it is copyright music. But as you can see, you have this elderly man. He tries to speak to this younger woman, and the valet pulls up his Porsche car, and he walks around to the front, as you guys are witnessing. The woman talks to the valet as if she's not interested. And then, boom, Slick lets her in on the sly so nobody will see that she's going home to suck an 80-year-old man's cock, okay? This is absolutely how modern women are playing it nowadays. This is how they're moving. Money makes them wet, okay? And that is the vibe. If you have a bag, you will be able to pull these modern women from wherever they are. I mean, if you're pulling up with a Porsche car, if you're pulling up with this, if you're pulling up with that, and you have whips for real, like nice whips, $100,000 cars and all that kind of stuff. Oh, women are suckers for that, especially the modern younger women. They're going for that, and it doesn't matter how old you are. This is why we have that debate. Looks, what is it? Looks, is it money? Is it status? And ultimately, I think money can really do a lot of things, but obviously status is very potent in the young generation. TikTok status, Instagram status, YouTube status, whatever status on any social media platform is very instrumental in building up your sexual marketplace value. In this case, you see money and you see status. He knows everybody in the building. He knows the valet guy. He knows the bellhop at the hotel that they're leaving. He knows, the person who owns the 5-star restaurant on the corner. This is called a network. And therefore, he not only bags one girl, but as you guys can see in the back, he bags 3 other, and the friends come along because he said, oh, yeah, bring your friends. I'll pay for all of them. And most likely, he might end up with one, but most likely a guy his age, and he's having that type of money, he's probably going to take all 3 of them up through there. So this just shows the testament of, women will say, oh, money doesn't matter, this doesn't matter, that doesn't matter. But when push comes to shove and nobody's looking and the lights are off, they're about to go get that bag and suck that 80-year-old man's dick for whatever gifts, glam, money, whatever that, paying rent, whatever he pushed. Because this is the sugar daddy economy. This is the sugar daddy culture. And we can see that through sites like OF and other sites. Okay, so we see that older men who have money are willing to trick on younger women, not even for the guarantee of sex, but the promise of sex or the promise of companionship. And honestly, I respect the 80-year-old man with the Porsche car who's actually pulling them in person, because I respect him over, the 21-year-old incel who is, subbing to a bitch for $9.99 a month. Okay, so this is very interesting, and it's a learning experience that a lot of men need to see in real time to really believe it.
So a few months ago, I decided I was going to make my first real estate purchase, which is so exciting, and I was going to get an apartment in New York City. But the gag was, it was Babe Ruth's apartment. So naturally, I'm telling everybody, I'm excited. I was going to buy it, and I was going to pay with cash. I wanted this apartment bad. It got to the point where the realtor was so confident. Paul and I went. I got an interior designer because I didn't want to bring my college furniture to Babe Ruth's apartment. That would be criminal. Then the week that I'm supposed to get my keys to my brand new apartment, I get a call. The co-op board denied me. So pretty much the people in the building voted to not have me live there, which is fine. Honestly, it wasn't financial. It could have been, for all I know, they could have been Alabama fans and I went to LSU. I have no clue. Maybe they didn't want a public figure living there, but I was literally supposed to get the keys, and that week they denied me. So it was just iconic. Like, it was so cool that it was Babe Ruth's apartment. But yeah, but long story short, don't try to live in a co-op. You might get denied and you won't get Babe Ruth's apartment.
All right, guys. So as you can see, we have Olivia Dunne, who is a famous college gymnast from LSU. She went viral for doing like splits or something, and like, you know, dudes was definitely posting her on some fat material type stuff. But and you can see she's actually not a natural blonde. It looks like she's a brunette turned blonde. That is most likely for the image. Okay, she's trying to appeal to the most amount of people, and the reality is the blonde look is going to appeal to most Americans, at least, and Europeans for that matter. Most of the first world countries, the blonde look is going to appeal to them. So she's rocking the blonde look. She's a social media influencer. She applies to a apartment in New York City, to purchase apartment in New York City, and the co-op board, which is pretty much an HOA, homeowners association, whatever, a group of individuals who may live in those apartments, own those apartments, or people who, a mixture of people who own the apartments and the buildings, said no. Why did they say no? One, because she's a social media influencer. They probably have very high net worth individuals there. They want their privacy. They don't want big parties there. They don't want the glitz and glam. They don't want somebody walking around filming everything, because they're into some top secret stuff, whether it be financial industry or whatever. Okay, you got some people in New York who really want their privacy, and at the end of the day, she's applying for this apartment complex, and they do have a co-op board, and they're saying no. Now, a lot of people are responding to it on social media, and they're saying, oh, this is what she gets, oh, she can't have her way, you know, this is the first time somebody's ever told her no, and all these things. And I wouldn't be surprised if it really was like that, because a lot of these women aren't told no. She is absolutely privileged, and there's no hate on that. But you can tell that she was pretty shocked, and I'd be shocked too, man. You know, I'm thinking I'm buying a property, and then a couple days before the closing, they say, hey, you can't buy this property. I'd actually be pretty pissed off, especially if I put down earnest money and did all these steps, got the financing, all that stuff. So I definitely understand her frustrations. But I just thought it was a very interesting video to review, because what you put online can definitely directly affect not only your housing opportunities, as you're seeing here, but your business opportunities as well. So it's really interesting to see how she's going to adapt to this, if she's going to look for a new state, a new location to live in. But I mean, I personally wish her the best. I ain't got no hate for her. I don't have no, you know, any animosity towards her. It looks like she's doing her thing. She got the NIL money, quit doing gymnastics, and took the hell off. Hey, man, she's, you know, living the pampered life, and it is what it is, okay? She got the bag young because she's a young, pretty, white, blonde girl, or brunette girl who turned herself blonde, and she's milking that image. And she'll probably be able to milk this image. I mean, she'll probably look decent up until, you know, 33, 34, maybe 35, and then it'll start kind of falling off. You'll see her income falling off. But it looks like she's trying to make smart investment moves. I don't think buying an apartment in New York is necessarily the best move, in my opinion. It's not the bang for your buck that you really want to look for as a real estate investor, unless you're going to do some rental thing or try and cash flow the property with short-term rentals, Airbnb, arbitrage, whatever. You know, it's not ideal to buy the apartment and live there, especially if you got this co-op and you have to pay HOA fees, and then you're paying New York State tax and all this kind of stuff. New York's an expensive place, but hey, she got the bag. She wants to spend it on the apartment. Hey, I say go for it. I just think, my taste, I would probably, if I was her, I would buy a property outside of the city in a more rural area, get some bang for my buck, actually get a house, get some land, get a gated property, and I would swag it out that way. You get more bang for your buck, you get more room, you get more privacy, and you don't have to share walls with people you have no idea who they are. So that's just my 2 cents, but you already know what it is. It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. See your relationship quotes to the email down below with a screenshot of your CashApp, so you're paying your titles. Y'all need to be on your mark for getting with the BS. You already know. Reclaim your throne.
Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne.